Bob Baldori knows that. He's with us right across our AT&T microphones here, right across the street from the Capitol. Happy almost summer to you, sir, and nice to talk to you again.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Well, you've got pipes at this hour of the morning. That's pretty good.
I'm not awake, though.
Oh, that sounds good, though. Yeah, you're a night creature, really, aren't you?
Pretty much.
Give the world, because in Lansing you're well known, you're an Okemos resident here, and the music world knows you, and give the rest of Michigan your sort of musical CV, if you would.
My musical CV, boy, I've been playing in the mid-Michigan area. Actually, next week is the 50th anniversary of the group The Woolies, which is, wow, that was quick.
Well, you've got the orchestra behind you there.
Yeah,
all you have to do is hint toward it.
Yeah.
This was your hit, huh?
Yeah, Who Do You Love?
You ever get tired of hearing that?
Nope.
You ever get tired of getting paid for it?
No.
Did you make a lot of money with that song, Who Do You Love?
Well, we made a little money. We still get really tiny royalty checks. We joke about it all the time.
Where did they come from mainly? Like, I think I've heard this in commercials and so forth.
Yeah, well, that's a whole different revenue stream, but and it changes all the time. But you get royalties from performing rights, royalties from ASCAP, and an occasional. Universal Music owns most of this stuff now, and as they sell mechanical or even digital copies of it, you get a small royalty.
So I guess the interesting thing is that with the what do you call it, the online music purchase, it's easily trackable, right?
Yeah, they do keep accurate records, but
the
payment increments keep getting smaller.
Oh, do they? What was the impetus? Did you write the song?
No, we learned it from Tom Rush, who was actually still out there performing, but he learned it from Bo Diddley, who wrote actually it was public domain before that.
I see.
But Bo Diddley put some of his own lyrics to it, and his real name was E. McDaniels. He owns the copyright. We added a whole section of lyrics in the middle of it in the version we do.
Which of the stars? I think. What did you write a book or a song called Almost Famous, or there was
I made a movie.
A movie.
Speaking of film incentives.
Right. What was the most famous person that you remember working with that touched you the most?
Well,
not physically.
I've been playing piano with Chuck Berry since 1966.
Yeah, no, what's that like?
I recorded 2 albums with him, one here in Lansing. And, there's nobody like Charles. He's the founder of rock and roll, first man inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The last time he worked was October of last year. He's got some memory issues. He's still physically really healthy, but he hasn't played a gig since last October.
That must be killing him.
Yeah, it's the end of an era if he stops performing.
I'm a Johnny-come-lately to Lake Lansing, having only moved there a couple of years ago. What did I miss back in the day?
Lake Lansing. Did you say that? My first gig with Chuck was at the Dells, which was a roadhouse on Lake Lansing.
What was that like?
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Back then, when you hired Chuck, you got Chuck, the guitar, and the duck walk. And then the promoter had to provide a backup band, everything else. Mm-hmm. And the promoter out there was Joe Odie, a wonderful guy who's passed away since then. And he had hired a hair band to back up Chuck, and it didn't work out. I was out in the audience with my band because Who Do You Love was making some noise, and he was our hero. And Joe saw us out in the audience and ran over and said,
"Wow,
can you back him up?" And I said, "Sure." And so on the break, he threw us in the dressing room with Charles, and Charles looked at me and said, "When I do this, you do this. When I do this, you do this." Walks to the door. And we're just standing there, and he turns around and he goes, "And don't forget, syncopate."
Syncopate. I asked you what that means as soon as you walked in the studio this morning.
I
know what a sycophant is.
What Chuck meant by it's one of the basic elements of all blues and jazz and boogie. It means improvise with the rhythm, emphasize a beat in an unexpected place. And so Chuck was the master of syncopation. He could keep that beat going relentlessly and then surprise you with his offbeat rhythms.
That's kind of, Tony, what we try to do with our interviews on this program. We try to find something unusual.
Yeah.
So we didn't even know we were syncopating.
No, we syncopate every single day around here.
Wow. That's a good thing we ran into you.
I don't think a person's religion should have anything
What? Actually, it's the Rhythmic and Syncopated Sonic Tour, is what I understand you're doing. American piano music on Thursday, this Thursday, right? 7 till 9 o'clock at the Cook Recital at Michigan State University College of Music, part of the Summer Solstice Jazz Festival.
That's right. We're opening it up on the campus of Michigan State University in the new recital hall there, which has incredible acoustics. My partner, Arthur Miliazza, is flying in from Seattle Thursday morning, and we're playing, opening up the festival Thursday night.
The Summer Solstice Festival, the Jazz Festival. And so this is, we talk about the solstice. It's the longest day of the year, June 21st, the first day of summer.
It's a great pagan holiday.
To say, yes, going back to religion. It is, isn't it? You look around the world, people revere this day.
That's right.
But the festival, if you want, you can go to boogiestomp.com and get all the information you need to know about the other acts as well as yours.
That's right, and tickets are available online. You can get the links at boogiestomp.com or at the East Lansing Jazz Festival site.
You worked with Chuck Berry and lots of others, too. John Lee Hooker, Muddy Waters, Bo Diddley. You did all that stuff?
That's right.
Yeah. What moves you now?
Oh,
musically?
Musically? Well, what I'm going to be playing Thursday night. I started out doing this two pianos, actually two grand pianos. With Bob Seeley, who's a legendary, well-known worldwide boogie-woogie stride and blues piano player. And while I was out working with him, I ran into Arthur, and it's just a thrill to be working with both those guys. They're amazing, breathtaking piano players.
Tickets are still available then. 517-353-5340. $30 for general admission, $50 preferred seating, VIP for $100, and they're on sale now. And you can show up there too. Michigan State University College of Music, the Cook Recital Theater, 7 till 9. Kids welcome?
Yes, kids love it.
Bring your families.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for wheeling in here in the morning like this.
Thanks for waking me up.
And I certainly hope that you'll syncopate as the best as you can. I will from now on too.
Okay.
Bob Baldori, a music legend.